Today I'd like to share with you the Project Lifestyle book that all of the Odd Girls contributed to for our booth at CHA Summer. We really wanted to showcase a lot of different ways that you could incorporate your stamps into your crafting at the booth instead of just cards. And while we all love cards, it's awesome to get that extra mile out of your stamps by using them in your scrapbooking. Now we also have sentiment sets along with our character sets, and you can always use those in your scrapbooking, but having some ideas for ways that you can use your favorite May set or your favorite critter is really a nice way to add value. So I'm just going to kind of go through the layouts, and I'm not going to linger too long on anything, but I'm just going to point out the really fun ways that the girls have used them. Now this is my 2-page spread. I had a lot of fun putting together. It was kind of a different sort of project for me, as I do scrapbooking, but this kind of scrapbooking this is my first spread of it. And as you can probably see, I made some journaling cards, but I never finished them. All the last minuteness of the booth and getting everything ready, I just did not have time. So we're just gonna you can see it, and we're gonna move along, because the girls, who also have pages in here, did a lot better job of actually finishing the assignment than I did. Well, this is Leah's spread, and just looking at it, you can see just visually a lot about her without even having to get into the little details. Now, a few things that she did with our stamps that I wanted to point out to you is specifically over here, without even having to read, you can tell that just from this that Leah is a cat lover. And I love how visually impactful this is without you having to write. Leah loves cats. She has a kitty named Fletcher. Things like that. This is a visual statement of something that you might have to otherwise write out. This spread here is by Katie. And Katie has a really wonderfully graphic style that she worked in really well to her spread. A couple of things on here that I wanted to point out to you is, first of all, this card really stands out to me, because if you didn't know that these two were separate, you would think just by looking at it that that's the way it came. And I thought that was such a good idea on Katie's part to incorporate it so seamlessly, just by doing a really nice job fussy cutting out her image and doing a nice coloring job. Now over here, this is a really simple idea and way to bring it in and slightly customize a pre-bought card. All she did was take the Hey Kaylee from the Hey Kaylee set and stamp it without coloring directly onto the card. She used a black ink, and that just kind of ties everything in. It just does a little bit of a detail, but adds a nice touch. This layout is by Judy, and I'd asked all the girls to do the spread about them and how much they enjoyed their crafting and things like that. So Judy really incorporated a whole lot of elements to go along with that theme. And what I like about her spread is she did a really nice job of using the sets in a way that really went along with her cards, and it got her a lot of visual space without a lot of product. It just took her a few little sentiments and a few little pieces of paper. Now this is really cute too. I wanted to point this out real quick. These are all clear stamps that are all stamped together. They're not paper pieced. She masked them and stamped them. That is a shout out to Judy's awesome talent with stamping, because that kind of blew my mind, because I had to sit here and feel at it. Okay, this spread here is by Faye. And what I like about Faye's spread is, even though she has all this stuff about her crafting, knowing Faye used to be a professional baker. And just these two images here, Baker May and Big Wishes May, to me, just spell it out without having to write it out. And I find that just a really great idea. This spread is by Rachel. And Rachel did a really good job of incorporating a lot of little details into her layout as well. This card, I specifically wanted to point out that this one, if you didn't know better, you would think she had bought this and slipped it in a pocket. But actually all it is this sentiment set is from BU, and then she has some of our little hearts, and the way she put it together just makes it so professional looking. This 2-page spread here is by Mary Pat. Mary Pat also did a great job of adding a lot of details and captions using the sets. Like this is from our Make a Statement set, and it echoes her washi tape that she added over here to this card. And I like that she also got some of the digi stamps in the mix here. This 2-page spread is by Anna Siga. And I love how Anna Siga has such a fun, fresh, but shabby chic, feminine style. And it really comes through in her layout. Now, this card right here in particular, I wanted to point out that she found such a fun way to incorporate the Gingerbread Kaylee baking stamp along with her cupcakes card. The whole layout of this is cohesive and it's really cute. My next, if I can turn the page, 2-page spread is by Tabitha. And Tabitha has a very clean and graphic style that's just really fun, and she brings that directly into the whole layout. And she did a really great job of incorporating and making more of a statement with her stamps in some of these cards. This one specifically catches my eye. It's Artist May, and the way she added the splatters and the ink and everything along with the sentiment, you're the perfect shade of awesome. It shows just her love of crafting and coloring, and she is a very talented colorer. This last 2-page spread I have for you is by Corrine. She did an over-the-top awesome job of incorporating so many of our stamps and digis into the cards, and it just turned out really, really super cute. Not only did she use them as embellishments, like here, how she colored it to look like her and her kids to go along with her family picture, and that's a wonderful tie-in. But she also used them to make an entire card and just a visual statement, like up here with Umbrella May, or here, this one specifically I really like, how all the colors kind of point toward the image that's again colored like her, and then she worked in her name and then the story sentiment here. So that is our 2013 Project Life spreads by the Odd Girls, and I hope this gives you a few ideas for you to take your stamps and add them to your scrapbooking. Stamps don't have to be just for cards. And I know that we regularly take the sentiment stamps and take them into other crafting, but it doesn't have to just be sentiments and shapes. You can also work in your characters in fun and different ways like the Odd Girls did here. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.